welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long. In today's video I'm just going to be going over half prepared for the Arc of Attrition race at the end of January, what I've been doing over the past 3 months, and show you the kit that I've been using. And today I'm on my final long run with all the kit, all the nutrition, and marks 2 weeks today, the start of the Arc of Attrition. So let's go. Hello, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm finally going to be telling you how my training's gone for the Arc of Attrition 2024 and all the kit, the mandatory kit and my extra personal kit that I'll be taking on the race. So let's get straight into it. I'm finally getting prepared and organised for the big race. Over the past 3 to 4 months I've been preparing and training, and in this video today I'm just going to go through the kit that I'm going to be trying to wear on race day and all the mandatory kit that fits into this pack. So what I'm wearing now is currently what I'll probably be wearing on race day. I've got these amazing Injinji toe socks. I've got these cheap Decathlon shorts that are really good. They have some stretchy pockets around the side, really good to stuff food into. And then one of the base layers, of which you need 2, I'll be wearing with just a technical t-shirt on top. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, I can fit everything into it. So what I'm going to do now is just go through exactly what's in my pack, and I'll unpack it and show you. So this is the full pack, everything packed into it, all the mandatory kit, all my personal kit. And I've just weighed it, it comes in at just over 3 kilograms. I have been training with it, but it is quite a weight when you're holding it just like this. It does feel a little bit lighter when it's on your shoulders on the back. In the top pouch just here, it's a stuff sack, new feature on the new Salomon pack. I've got a waterproof, this is an Innovate Storm Shell tape seams, trusty waterproof that I've had for 2 to 3 years now. So that'll be coming with me. It's easy to roll up and you can just stuff it back into the top sack, and you can access that on the move. So I'll either be wearing that at the start depending on the weather, or I'll have access to it. At the front I'm going to have 2 500ml flasks, one with some active root ginger in it, or some just high energy electrolytes. I do have a spare flask in here as well, because you have to be able to carry 1.5 litres. So I will have all of that in here as well. Let's unpack this as we go. I'll have my mobile phone in a plastic carrier. It's a waterproof phone, but just to be safe it'll be in a plastic bag. I have some nutrition on me. An example of that is just some Cliff Block Energy Chews, which I really like, and this Supernatural Fuel pouches are really good. I've got a variety of flavours and lots of them. Gloves is always a nice point of discussion, and depending on the weather, depends on what I'm going to take. If it looks like it's going to be fairly dry, to cover the mandatory checklist, I'm going to wear these Ultimate Direction liner gloves, and in the top it pops out and you can put your hand into this waterproof covering. So if there's just forecast a bit of light rain, these are definitely going to cover that job. On the off chance they're not accepted or someone doesn't like them, I've also got a pair of Mountain Hardwear liner gloves, and then I've got some Innovate fully waterproof mitts that can go on top. A buff is part of the mandatory kit, so I always take one anyway. I do sweat a lot, so that'll be either going on my wrist or as a headband, however I feel like I need to be using that. I will also take a really warm hat. Okay, so now moving around to the back of the pack, this is where everything is stored, where I don't really want to go into during the race unless I really have to. So I've got 2 dry bags in here. The first dry bag, we've got things like a head torch. Okay, this is going to be my spare head torch. This is the Petzeltika, which is a rechargeable battery. You can also put in AAA batteries, so I've got 3 AAA brand new to swap out if I need to as well. My other head torch here, which is going to be my main head torch, which is the Phoenix HMR 65 RT, which is a really good head torch. Really like this one. it does have a long battery life, so I'll be using this as my primary head torch, and that also has a rechargeable spare battery which will come in this case, and you can charge as well. So I've got enough light to see me through and the option to charge if I need to. I've got the red rear tail light that will be on the back of the pack at all times. Some body glide, some trench foot cream. I don't think this is on the checklist or the mandatory kit, but it's a first aid kit. I've got plasters, I've got bandages, I've got some sports tape, let's just call it that. Blister pads, dressings, all sorts in there, and a survival bag. This is not a survival blanket, it's a bivvy bag, so protective bag. Moving on to the next dry bag, and this is my warm kit, dry kit. You need some waterproof trousers. These are just some regatta outdoor waterproof trousers. The other thermal top is just here, it's just a mascot thermal insulating layer. And then I've also got some long thermal tights or running leggings as well. So depending on the weather, I might be wearing these at the start line, but if not, they'll be in my pack along with everything else. That's pretty much everything. There is a whistle on this pack. You probably know it's not the loudest. I'm still undecided. I probably will be taking poles. I haven't decided yet, but I might be wearing a cap. My other thermal layer, which I was wearing at the start, is my second thermal layer. I'm thinking about packing these waterproof shorts. Now I realise I have rattled through all of that kit quite quickly, but I don't need to ponder on each individual item. Everyone's got their own approach to how they're going to deal with the kit, what specific kit they need and what they're going to use. So that's just giving you an example of what I'm going to be taking and how I'm making sure that it all passes the compulsory kit check when we get there. Just over a week and a half still to go. So I've finished my bulk of training now. And what I'm going to do is switch over to the computer and I'll take you through how my last 3 or 4 months of training has gone, especially in the build up to this race and the start to 2024. So let's just go through a little bit of my training in the lead up to the Arc of Attrition. I had some big races last year, the Lakeland 100 in July, then that was followed up in September with the Cotswold Way 100, and then closely followed in October by Lakes in a Day 50. After that October race, I knew the Arc of Attrition was coming up in the new year, but I had nothing else booked, so it was just a case of keeping the consistency and the motivation in training to maintain that distance and elevation on a weekly basis. So in 2023, I did just over 1,700 miles, 1,714. It was probably slightly more than that, given the statistics that I've been given by Strava, with my highest month being July when I did the Lakeland 100. That was 261 miles in that month. Of all my runs last year, 96% of them were on trails. As you know, I'm a trail runner. I run specifically off-road all year round, and that didn't change, and I can't see it changing in the future. I'm pretty sure that 2023 was my biggest elevation year. I climbed 265,160 feet over the year. July was actually my biggest month of climbing. I did 47,000 feet in July. And after my final race in October, I wanted to keep that elevation training going to be able to be prepared for this Arc of Attrition, which is roughly 18,000 feet over the 100 miles. So if we quickly jump into the months, the distance I did and the elevation, in November last year, I did 18,783 feet, and that was 155 miles over that month. In December, I managed to do more elevation, 26,000 feet, but reduced my mileage to 108 miles. And so that was an increase in elevation, decrease in distance, and really put into work that elevation training and hills that I love so much. And then in January, in the new year, I mean, we're only 2 weeks in now, but I've done 24,000, well, nearly 25,000 feet already. My mileage, it's about the same, 113 miles so far to date. I'm now in my tapering phase, so I'm reducing the intensity of my runs and reducing the volume a little bit. So that was a very brief look at how I've been preparing for the Arc of Attrition over the past few months, all my kit that I plan on taking, and all that remains now is to turn up healthy on race day and get it done. So I will be taking this camera with me, and I'll do my best to film as much as I can. My brother will also have a camera, and he'll document his side of it as well as what he can of my race experience. Unfortunately, Robin here, he won't be coming. He won't enjoy it so much out on the southwest coast path in the mid of winter, especially at night. He likes his sleep by the fire. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the race video after it comes out, and I appreciate your support. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.